In this video, I'm going to give you a quick introduction into Google Analytics and why you should be using it on your website. All and more coming up. Hey there, and welcome back to another video of MeasureSchool.com, teaching you the data-driven way of digital marketing. My name is Julian, and on this channel we do marketing tech reviews, tips and trick videos, and tutorials just like this one. So if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and also click that bell notification icon so you stay up to date with what we do here on this channel. Now today I want to give you a quick introduction into Google Analytics. Now I condensed it down to really show you the core reports and why you should be using this tool on your website to get more insights about the traffic and what is generally happening on your website so you can optimize accordingly. So let's dive in.
Alright, so here we are inside of Google Analytics. Now this might be a little bit confusing to you with all these numbers, but bear with me, we're going to break it down in the most important reports that you want to look at. First up, before you get started, make sure your Google Analytics is set up correctly. You need to have the tracking code installed that you get at the beginning when you installed Google Analytics. So if we go back here in the admin section, we can look at our tracking code that we need to install on our page, and then also install goals. If you want to find out more about how to install goals, we have some tutorials on this channel as well. Once you have that set up, you are all good to go. If your account has been running for a while, you will see data here in this home screen. Now this is the Google Analytics demo account. So if you want to get access to that, I'm going to link this up in the description below. So inside of Google Analytics, what can we do here actually? You see a lot of numbers, but all you need to care about is your questions that you have for this tool. Google Analytics measures your data, reports on it, and then helps you to analyze it. So all you need to have is a good question. Google Analytics itself gives you already some good questions on the home screen. So where do your users visit? How do you acquire users? And so on. So you can just look at these different reports here and already get a lot of insights on the behavior of your users that visit your website. On the left side here, we have different report tabs that actually go deeper into these reports, and we can get a lot of insights if we know what we are asking for. So what do I usually look for when I go through these reports? Let me give you some examples. For example, here in the real-time reporting, we can get an overview what is happening on our site right now. The users that are on our site, how many there are, and the active pages that they are looking at. Really helpful when it comes to starting a new marketing campaign and you want to know if this is effective, if users are flowing in, where they're coming from, what they're doing right now, and if the tracking that you have set up is working correctly. Next up, let's take a look at an audience report. Now, an audience report, as the name already implies, is all about the users who visit your website. We can have a look where they're coming from. So let's go over here to the Geo Report. And if I wanted to decide where I should focus my marketing efforts, for example, in this chart, I would see that most of the users come from the United States. And therefore, my money would probably be well spent as I already have an audience in the United States. But you can have a look at all the different countries that your users come from. There are a host of other reports here about the technology that users are using, the browser, for example, and demographics data as well. But this is really something that I use on an ad hoc basis when it comes to, as I'm trying to figure out who I should target in my advertising, for example. Then we get to the acquisition reports, and the acquisition reports are all about where does your users actually come from. And the report that I normally look at is the source medium report. Why do I look at the source medium report? It's one of my favorite reports because I know how these source mediums are put together. If you want to find out more about this, then check out our video on UTM parameters that lets you control how you send the data into these reports. And here I can get the most important data about how my marketing campaigns are performing. So on this account, there is a lot of YouTube referral traffic. We can see how many people come in a given period. Now, if you want to change the period, up here we have the date picker that we could change around, and let's look at the last month here. We also see the bounce rate. So how do users behave on our website once they come to the website? And the bounce rate simply states how many people just look at one page and then leave already. So that way we can determine the effectiveness of our marketing campaign, how deep people go into our website after they enter, and how long they stay. And that gives us a good comparison to the different traffic sources and which might be more effective in terms of engaging users on our website. And then if you have goals set up, you'd be able to see how many people actually convert. And this is super powerful because we get a conversion rate per channel. And if you can compare that against other channels, we can see, for example, this deal site at Googleplex is providing us really high quality traffic that converts really well and makes us a lot of money. This is all built in with e-commerce tracking. If you have goals, you'll be able to also choose them right here. So the source medium report is really a great example of a Google Analytics report that I look up very often. Moving on, once the users are acquired and have found their way onto our platform, we want to know what they do. And this is where the behavior reports come in. The behavior reports will tell you all about the pages that are visited on your website. So here we have a great overview on the different pages that are visited most frequently, how many people have viewed this page, how long they stayed on a page, and what they have done afterwards if they have exited a page or clicked on to another page. We can also see the value of that page if we have e-commerce tracking installed. So how many people have actually visited this page prior to their purchase. That lets me identify pages that actually help me to convert people better. So this page right here is super valuable for us, and maybe I should spend more time optimizing that. Although just 3 people have viewed this page, so it might not be that relevant after all. Better take a page like the Your Info page that has a lot of traffic, makes us money, and therefore should be worth another look and making sure this page is optimized correctly. Now, one other question is, how do people actually flow through our website from page to page? We have this Behaviour Flow report here that lets us see just that. So right here, you can choose your pages and events. And this gives us a nice overview where users start their journey and lead through the website to get to their page where they exit the website. So also a great report to see how people flow through our website. And then last but not least, we have conversion reports. And conversion reports are all about these goals that you have implemented in your Google Analytics account that will let you know, did the user actually complete the action or visited the page that I wanted him to visit. So that might be a order confirmation page like here, or a form completion page, or maybe a blog post that he or she should have read. Once you have implemented goals, you will be able to see if that user reached that goal within your website. If you have an e-commerce site running and you have e-commerce tracking installed, you'll have many more reports available that let you analyze how people flow through your page and if they bought products from you and which products in particular, how much money these products have made, and so on. So e-commerce tracking is really something you should install if you have an e-commerce website running. With that short overview, I leave you with the homepage screen, and I'd encourage you to click around in these reports and find out more about how your users behave on your website.
So there you have it. These are the core reports of Google Analytics and why you should be using it on your website. It's really an awesome tool, and if you get more into it, you can get more out of it as well. So if you're ready to dive into Google Analytics, we have a beginners playlist right here on this channel that gives you much more information on how to install Google Analytics correctly, how to analyze the data that you get from it, and then optimize your website accordingly. So if you want to dive into that, click on the video card right there. And if you haven't yet, then please also subscribe to our channel, because we'll bring you new videos just like this one every week. Now, my name is Julian. See you in the next one.